I think we got it working now. And thank you for letting us know that wasn't working. Had a little snafu with the audio before the stream started, and it did not kick something over.
Oh God! You know what? Actually, turn the audio back off. I don't want the audio in here. Too much audio.
What we missed out on while we were talking and flapping our gums. Chase and I hung out a lot last week for his birthday. It was awesome. Tonight, we're going to be hanging out and playing Moonbreaker, which we've streamed before, but it was more of like the creative route where Chase was in real life building some gunpla, and I was just in here painting. And this is on one of the alpha previews that they were doing. So all that got reset. I got the actual game now, and we're going to be checking it out. Thank you so much for calling out the audio. Welcome to the Casual Hour. I'm Bobby. That's Chase. We are 2/3 of it. And Jiggy is a good friend of the show that's in chat with you. So you have everybody here to give you a good time tonight. So we're gonna hop into it. Let's just warm up with a because I haven't played it for a little bit. We're gonna do an AI run here, and then maybe we'll get into a cargo run and see how it goes.
Okay. And I don't have any more gunpla to build. I ran out.
Yeah,
that's absolutely not true. There's like a closet full of
you came here to build gunpla and play some Moonbreaker, and you're all out of gunpla.
That's 100% untrue. There's so much fucking gunpla in this house.
Jicky, did you end up streaming Resident Evil tonight? Let's see here. Move units in an area apart. Not bad. Randomly deploy the most expensive unit. For free. Takes 2 damage. Not the best. Okay. Give an ally turn. Deal 3 damage to all. I like this one.
I need to do laundry. It's been a bit since I've done some laundry.
I did a lot of laundry today as well. Okay. So Chase, you remember the basic principles here, right? When the captain falls, you win. Jiggy, if you've not seen this yet, down here you have Cinder. This is used for deploying crew and using unique abilities. You gain a piece of that each turn. It does carry over as well. You have a bridge. These are the pieces that we currently have that we can send out, which I think I'm just going to go ahead and get Maximus out here right away. So we'll get some range going. And when you deploy, they're inactive for that turn. Moving does not affect your points. And you can do a melee attack. If you do a melee attack, you'll get hit back. So those are some of the mechanics there. Oh man, the postal service is so good. Anybody who's in chat, feel free to backseat game if you want to. We're here. We are very laid back. We're just happy to have you hanging out. So let's see what we get into. I think that they're a ranged one. They are ranged. Fun times.
Let's set the stage.
So, Bobby, looking at this, and hearing the news that was coming out today about the new Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this doesn't function exactly like that, but in the way that it's a turn-based strategy game that has no grid and is using circles for stuff, do you think there's any overlap with what's here and what that game's going to be?
You know, I've been intentionally, I mean, you know, I love that first one, and that was like baby's first XCOM. I've kind of gone radio silent. I've watched maybe 2 trailers, and then the news, I saw some reactions today that were coming out around that game. I think it could be okay. It could also be kind of chaotic. We'll see how it goes. I'm playing kind of like shit right now. Loose and fast here. We'll see what happens.
That's all right. You say babies for XCOM, but that game got significantly more difficult in the back half.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely picked up for sure. But I mean, like, I played all that. That was like my first one of those, right? And it showed how much you learned when we did our XCOM run on Monday. Because it just went perfectly. We never lost a single unit. Everybody did great.
Yeah,
we were all
and
happy.
it certainly
We made
didn't
it.
crash and burn at the end before we even finished a run.
Right. It was, we did everything by the books.
Absolutely.
Jiggy, you absolutely should. I am a huge fan of that game, and I think they did a fantastic job with it. But to chase your point, I think adding, because they did the DLC, which came out that added Donkey Kong into it, and it was just more of the same. I'm excited that they're adding a lot more mechanics into it, and I'm curious to see where you fall on it, because I know that you bounced off of those mechanics a lot harder than I did, and maybe there's enough here to keep you interested.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before. It wasn't so much that I bounced off the mechanics as it was that I felt like they really constricted you at certain points.
Yeah.
Where they just took away the viability of some characters. Like Luigi was a sniper unit, and I really liked using him. And at one point in the game, they just go, you know what? Actually, fuck all your sniper units. You don't get to use them anymore because now the enemies that you're facing hard counter that. And I just found that to be a little distasteful.
Sure.
Like these are the units I really want to use. These are the ones that I've been leveling up and focusing on, and now they've just kind of been completely taken out of the game. And I didn't really like the style of the other characters I was using.
For sure.
So it just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. I am more interested in seeing the Sparks system that they're adding in here. It does feel more like a kind of a materia system from Final Fantasy VII, where you can equip and unequip these spark, whatever the hell they're called, to your different units and give them different bonuses as you go through. That sounds pretty cool. So we'll see. It's not a day one purchase for me, but I know that you're going to be playing it probably on some streams.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to be here for that and watch and see how I feel about it.
For sure. We're absolutely going to be playing that. Anybody who's watching right now, next Monday, we'll be hanging out with Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope on Casual Mondays, which will be great. Yeah, anybody who's tuning in here, Chase and I, we are 2/3 of a podcast called The Casual Hour. We record that live every Wednesday. Monday nights have always been more around like strategy, run-based games. We've done like Monster Train, Fights in Tight Spaces. You called out XCOM earlier. We really like the turn-based genre on Mondays. Friday night is when Johnny and I do streams where we play some games, and that's a little bit more kind of dealer's choice. We've done some stuff with Jiggy on there where we play Mario Kart. We'll do other shit like we played Grounded. That just kind of rotates. But Chase and I have a bit more of a groove that we get into, and turn-based tactics is a sweet spot for us. So if you're into that sort of shit, you're at the right spot.
Someday I'll get you to play a Fire Emblem game.
I love Fire Emblem.
On the stream. Yeah, yes, you played Three Houses. You at least
Awakening.
You did play Awakening. You at least owned a copy of Shadows of Valentia.
Yep.
Because I purchased it for you and brought it to your door and delivered it to you by hand.
Good man.
I don't know if you ever played it, but it felt good to me knowing that 3 copies of that game were purchased because I also bought one for Johnny.
We also got that hurt. We did get well, we got the new one coming out. That'll be here eventually. And
Engaged. That's in January. Yeah.
So I for sure think we'll be doing some stuff with that.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm just doing my part, Jiggy. You know, just trying to let Nintendo know that Shadows of Valentia was a kick-ass game. Some might say the best 3DS game that there ever was. You'd have to listen to a different podcast to figure that out, though.
Let's see if I can do this with. There we go. We're gonna do this.
So, Bobby, let's get back to Moonbreaker here. What do you have like a specific faction that you play as in here, or is it like
right
just
now,
a specific hero unit and then the other units are generics? I'm not 100% sure how all this stuff works.
So Extilier here, which is who I'm currently playing as. Shit, I did not mean to do that. Oh well. He is the captain of my squad, and I don't know if they're like, I wouldn't call them generic, but I have non-captains out here as well. So we're up against this captain here, which is Zax, and once Zax falls, we'll be able to end this. And I was going to move up and do an attack, but we'll stay put. I don't think I don't think they're going to make it out of this next one. So we'll see how it goes. This kind of took a turn for the worse this round. We'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah, he's dead. Ooh, but there's still.
Not yet.
Yes. Now he's very dead. And I will be able to do some damage here, but we're definitely. What are they bringing in? Ah, even better. Okay, so
you don't have to kill everything, right? All you need to do is cut the head off the snake here.
Yes, correct. So I can bring in this friend, and then I'm going to recruit. I'm going to do this infusion really quick and restore some health and get Cinder. And then I should, when they get that bridge replenished, bring some more folks in here. Okay, so we can do some work. I can do this. It's not going to kill anybody, but it'll definitely help out because I should be able to get both of them. Nope. No, yeah, I can.
You gave me no choice.
Not bad.
Not bad. And he will hit me back. Oh, I thought he would. Oh, yes. I'm too close to that because they're not melee. They're range types. So that works out to my benefit. Okay. And then I will throw a shield on this dude. So we both got shields. We should be all right now. They do have a lot of currency, though. They can spend some Cinder for sure.
Consider that my autograph.
Got hit. Oh, hell yeah.
He hit his own guy?
Love it when got little fights in tight spaces into the breach there.
Sure. Yeah, just like you drew it up.
Just like I planned it. So everybody here gets leveled up, which is great. I have not put a ton of time into it since picking it up. There was a lot of shit that came out in September that plus I had COVID, got sick, feel much better. All right, so we've been at it for a little bit here, Chase. I'm gonna get us on to a cargo run, and for anybody who is following Moonbreaker, or maybe you're playing it, they put an announcement out. I'll just actually pull that up here to show it off. So they brought up this whole thing about, hey, we got a lot of negative feedback on we were charging people to buy these contracts to go on cargo runs. Long story short, as we're adjusting to allow for unlimited access to cargo run, blanks have been removed from the reward table for this mode. However, the amount of season track XP earned will remain exactly the same as before. So they're tweaking those out. Again, the game is in early access. So this cargo run, you can just run in and do it now, which is great. And we're going to do that now. Let's see here. I think let's do the Outlaws. So Chase, a cargo run is we're basically, it's kind of like a roguelike. It's not exactly that. And that's a really probably shitty way of breaking it down, but
like a survival mode.
Yeah, health is going to stay with you. You're going to be working through a series of captains. You are getting more gear the further you go on this cargo run. So we're gonna start this and see how it goes.
Take a sec to behold.
And who are we up against?
I'd love to know what's on your mind. Slice and dice.
Okay.
Go team. All right.
Oh, hell yeah. So restoring health is going to be important. I already kind of like that. Plus the orbital strike does damage, which is awesome. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. This one up here. So we'll get an orbital strike after 4 turns, and then after 3, we'll be able to restore 5 health. So that's awesome.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go grab a water. So
Do
you
it.
just vamp for a while and
I will vamp, baby. Welcome everybody. We're gonna see if we can do this cargo run. I don't have anybody I can bring out here yet, so we're just going to hang tight.
Drinks just go right through me.
We'll use a sleeper mine and go from there. I've gone back and forth. Like, I really like the strategy aspects of it, but I have a ton of fun with the actual customization and painting mechanics they have here in the game. Like, I think they've done a really nice job with those. He's back with his water.
Back.
I'm the Cinder
Yep.
Whisperer.
The nightmare is over.
The nightmare is over. I'm gonna move. Let's go over here. And we'll get a range attack in. And gravity disc. Move units and area together. Okay, I don't need to worry about that just yet. And I will wait till the next one, but I will probably throw out another sleeper mine.
We talked about this before. Have you tried playing this on your Steam Deck?
I have not. But I know that they've got controller support, so I don't think that would be a problem at all. I like the mouse and keyboard on it; feels pretty natural. But if you have the Steam Deck and you want to take it with you, it should be there. I haven't even seen if it's deck verified or not, but I would imagine you can play it. Who are they bringing in?
Anyone want ammo?
That worked out great.
Jeez.
And
Have you
then
played anything on your deck lately?
I've been playing some Cyberpunk on my Steam Deck and having a pretty good time with that. And still playing Temtem. Almost done with Temtem now. And what else did I check out on there? I tried to play Shatterline, but they got anti-cheat on it, which apparently
that makes sense.
there's a SDK that developers can incorporate that will work with anti-cheat now on the Steam Deck. I just think it has to be enabled, so I'm hopeful that we'll continue to see some updates and getting that stuff taken care of. All right, man. I like Crankbait a whole lot. I'm gonna.
Bobby, I don't think you can say that on Twitch.
Ooh, whoops. Family show. I forgot.
Little gross out.
I'm gonna put him over here in some low visibility,
Where you can see it.
and
This moon's
I'm going to take you out.
Gotta have my pops.
Bobby, are you excited for tomorrow?
It's more scared of you.
What's tomorrow?
Destiny 2 Festival of Lost 2022.
Man, probably not nearly as excited as you are since they're making them fucking mechs now, right?
Hell yeah, that is so Bungie had a vote. It was between I think it was like classic monsters and mechs, and mechs won.
So they always
Hell
do.
yeah. So there's gonna be a new cosmetic armor set that comes out tomorrow, and all of them very much look like Gundams. Like
They all do.
The Titan has like the shoulder thing for Azaku. I mean, I could go grab Azaku real quick, but I won't do that. But yeah, like there are just some absolute 100%. We're just aping Gundam here, and I can't
Sure.
wait. I'm gonna grab that armor set immediately.
Let's check this little move out here. Hell yes.
Nice.
When is a grappling hook ever a bad thing?
Just look like
I can't name a single game where a grappling hook has made the game worse.
Right. Grappling hooks fucking rule, man.
Pretty great.
All right.
Do you have a favorite grappling hook in video games? Is it just the hook shot? Being that you're such a Zelda guy.
Hookshot's pretty damn good. I like that quite a bit. Scorpion is not really a grappling hook, but one of my
I get where you're
first
going.
experiences of like, oh, that's a really cool mechanic that I can just pull them across the fucking thing. So big fan of that.
They won't expect me.
But yeah, man. There was a game.
It's a series I haven't played too much of, but it is probably the best grappling hook in video games, and that is Just Cause.
It's very good. What was the
All
game?
the fun stuff you can do with that.
It would have been, it was 360 era. Uh-oh. What just happened here?
Okay.
I can't describe
And
this feeling.
there was a lot of snow, and you could grapple onto mechs. They made like 2 or 3 of these games. You were shooting, you had like guns and stuff. You look like you were like,
Lost Planet. Lost Planet.
yeah, that had a pretty cool mechanic with that.
I really liked Lost Planet 1, and then they started to lose their way with Lost Planet 2, and then they went completely off the deep end with Lost Planet 3.
Yeah,
But that first one, that's a pretty cool game.
yeah, I agree.
I'm kind of shocked that hasn't gotten some HD re-release
Yeah,
at this point. That seems like something Capcom would do.
I'm not gonna argue that at all. I think that what happened, what they called down, I didn't see it exactly, but I do think, because I have not been able to land a hit, either melee or range, I think they did something to like cloud my ability here. So I'm gonna try one more. I can't do anything with them. Yeah, she's got something going on there. Okay.
But you just keep tossing down those mines, and they're chipping away.
Dude,
it seems.
I really like those mines. If they don't take them out, because they're okay, that sucks.
But it seems like even if they take them out, it's slowing them down. Like
Yeah, for sure.
They're forced to take them out because they can't just get around them. You can't just go walk right over them. You have to walk all the way around or destroy it. Seems pretty useful.
It did something there for sure. All right, I can call in some people here. Let's deploy you.
Let's get it on.
And I am going to throw another sleeper mine right over there.
SteamWorld Dig 2. That had a good grappling hook as well.
Yes, it did.
That was a nice one.
That sounds like a potential deep dive topic for us on best grappling hook.
I can see that. I mean, we basically just did it here.
Yeah, I know. No kidding.
Well, I'm sorry. We have to include what Johnny's going to say. Hey guys, Halo Infinite has a pretty good grappling hook, and then we can say, shut up, Johnny. Nobody cares about Halo Infinite.
Yeah, it was a fine grappling hook. It was actually, it's cool in the campaign.
The quality of the grappling hook is probably not the issue with Halo Infinite.
There's a lot more than the grappling hook that's problematic.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I don't see any status here. What the fuck's going on? We're just gonna enter. What's gonna happen here? Who's to say? Uh-oh. Why would you do that? That was a dumb move on your own part.
That did just as much damage to him as your mine would have. So he keeps stealing your units. What's up with that?
Is that what he's doing?
Well, they're all red now. None of them are blue.
Oh yeah.
Like, look at their health bars. I'm pretty sure
see.
he's just taking all your stuff.
All your bases belong to me.
I mean, not that it matters, that they don't seem to be doing anything useful with them.
Yeah, I'll bring this one over here.
Kid,
With me.
I'm a computer. Stop all
Kid,
the
I'm a computer.
downloading.
Need a moment to take all
We're gonna move here,
this thing runs on handsome.
and we're gonna do a sleeper mine.
Surprise! I know I shouldn't have.
We're just gonna keep chipping away. Like that, Chase.
Crit is not chipping away. That dusted that dude.
The cool thing here is I was able to heal up everybody, and I didn't take any damage.
Do you get to keep those units on the field as well?
I don't know.
Okay. Because I don't know why else would they would turn them back to blue. Thank you, Chief. If you wouldn't get to keep them. I don't know.
Let's find out. We're still doing okay on time, right?
Now it's a party.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Only 11 for us. That's too bad, Bobby. Because there's still plenty of time in the show for a little Ask Me Anime. Jiggy, why don't you throw me a number between 1 and 37, and we'll have a little bit of fun.
Fun for who? Whom?
For me, for Jiggy, not you. Certainly not you.
Are you being masochistic or sadistic? I can't remember. Which one are you right now?
Well, I think it'd be sadistic. Masochistic would mean I'd be making problems for myself.
Ah, yes.
And I am masochistic, just not with this segment. This is definitely more of a sadistic thing. Bobby?
Yes.
I've got good news for you.
Okay.
We are going to talk, or you're going to tell me about one of my favorite anime of all time. If I go to my list...
And why would I be telling you about anime? I don't know shit about anime.
That's not true. That's why we do AMA Bobby. So you can tell us about the anime. That's what you do. I have 3 anime that I have listed as a score of 10 out of 10.
Okay, go.
And I don't think you'd know any of them. Because they're not, it's not even Ava. I love Ava, but Ava's a 9. Ava's a strong 9, but it's a 9.
It's a 9. Okay.
This anime right here that you're doing, 10. This is a 10 anime, in my opinion.
Oh boy.
Bobby, this anime aired from January 2nd, 2018 to March 27th, 2018. It is an adventure, comedy, and drama anime. Your anime, Bobby, this week. A Place Further Than the Universe.
What was the genre again?
Adventure, comedy, and drama. So, could be about anything.
Yeah, that sounds
Sugar random.
Very broad.
okay. One more time.
What's
on
one
the
of my favorite the genre? Adventure, comedy, and drama.
Okay.
What is my favorite anime about? Well, it's not my favorite, but one of the
Mechs.
best anime.
Mechs.
That's not
You like even?
You tell me.
You like Eva? That's like one of your favorites.
I just said Ava's a 9. This
Yeah.
is a 10.
Whew. No pressure, right? For me to just ruin this for you.
I mean, so here's the thing. I think Ava is definitely an anime I like more than this one, but I think this is a better anime than Ava.
Okay.
All told.
All right. Sci-fi, you said?
I did not. Adventure, comedy, and drama.
You don't. You're not going to tell me that this was like a futuristic anime, or
I'm not telling you anything. I told you the information you need to know. Told you the dates. Told you the genre, and the name. You tell me the rest because you're the expert.
God, that hurt. Hang on. Let me let me save this one person I have out here with me really quick.
All right. Is that your orbital drop?
Yep. We're doing pretty good on some damage here. I just need to get another person out here really quick. And then
Jiggy, have you seen A Place Further Than the Universe?
Plans come to fruition.
Or anybody in chat, for that matter?
Need a stimp up?
It's too bad.
No.
It's a good one.
I'm the Cinder Whisperer.
Sorry, Chase. Let me just get
That's
some
fine.
shit under control here.
So they keep saying Cinder. Cinder is like your mana?
That is
Like that's what you spend to get units?
Yes, so that's what I'm spending to get, or to do anything that's not a standard move or range or melee. So anything that's like the ability or to call in and build the bridge,
Got it.
build the bridge up or add people to it. It's essentially doing those things. So
Okay.
I called that person in, did attack there. I am going to move really quick to some of the soft cover, and I think that we are good now. The place and time, you said came out in 2017.
Place Further Than the Universe.
Okay. God dang, that's a tough one. Like, there's like nothing with the title that would let me, who knows nothing about anime, know what that is.
Hey, take a guess. Like it's not like you haven't taken absolute wild swings at every other anime you've tried to explain.
Yes, fair. So a place further than the universe is going to follow a group of high school students who unfortunately, in the midst of an after school club, uncover a vortex within the school that opens them into a place further than the universe, which happens to be the past, because the universe does not have a future in it. So they get all the way into the back of the past, and what they don't realize is that is actually a one-way door for them, and they cannot get back to where they're from. There is multiple students that have gone through while still a few stayed back, and they have lost communication. All the while, the students that are in the after school program are doing their absolute best to try and make their friends come back or figure out a way to open up lines of communication with them. The only thing they don't realize is that these kids are happy to be where they're at. They don't want to come back after they see how peaceful it is, because there's no war. Things are fantastic for them.
A little twist, yeah.
A little twist. So they are hoping that they don't go back, all the while their friends, who they do miss, are doing their absolute best to keep them from staying there. So
what if they were trying to bring their friends to the past while their friends in the future are trying to bring them back to the future?
You know, it's a possibility, Chase.
Could be. I mean, that's probably what season 2 is about.
Well, there was one, right? There was a season 2.
You know what? I'll give you this. This show only had 13 episodes.
Okay, so it's pretty contained.
Done, and it was done. Yep, self-contained story.
Okay. So
but in
all
a theoretical season 2, that's probably what would have happened.
Yes, that they would have figured out a way to like keep them where they're going, right? All that to be said, as they find this established place of peace, they'd like to stay there. The entire time, they're now trying to like partner with local authorities and all that. Like, hey, this happened. Nobody understands what this anomaly is in the school. As they start to move towards episode 13, they think they figure out a way to open it back up to bring them there. But what they do is they create a black hole that brings everything back to the past, and they start society over again. That's the anime.
You know, Bobby, I feel like I say this every time we do this, but you started strong.
Yeah.
And then you went off the rails a little bit. I mean, on the anime bingo card, you hit the free space when you said it's about high schoolers.
Yeah, that's always what it is.
That's pretty obvious. Everything else you said completely wrong.
Good.
I think I've talked to you about this anime before. I think this is one I've told you that if you were ever going to introduce your wife to anime, this is probably a good one to start with. Let me read you the synopsis here. Okay. Filled with an overwhelming sense of wonder for the world around her, Mary Tamaki has always dreamt of what lies beyond the reaches of the universe. However, despite harboring such large aspirations on the inside, her fear of the unknown and anxiety over her own possible limitations have always held her back from chasing them. But now, in her second year of high school, Mari is more determined than ever to not let any more of her youth go to waste. Still, her fear continues to prevent her from taking that ambitious step forward, that is, until she has a chance encounter with a girl who has grand dreams of her own. Spurred by her mother's disappearance, Shirase Kabuchizawa has been working hard to fund her trip to Antarctica. Despite facing doubt and ridicule from virtually everyone, Shirase is determined to embark on this expedition to search for her mother in a place further than the universe itself. Inspired by Shirase's resolve, Mari jumps at the chance to join her. Soon, their efforts attract the attention of the bubbly Hinata Miyaki, who is eager to stand out, and Yuzuki Shiraishi, a polite girl from a high-class background. Together, they set sail towards the frozen south. No space. The universe thing is kind of a misnomer.
It's too bad.
It's just, when you're in Antarctica, it feels so far beyond. It's a really good anime. It's set in present day. It actually has some good information about what it takes to go on a trip to Antarctica. They don't just do a bunch of pleasure trips. It's something where, you know, only researchers are going to Antarctica. So how do you make that work? Well, you get to be part of a research team in some form or fashion. It is cute girls doing cute things. It's, hey, here are some high school girls and they're going to find a way to make this incredible journey together. But It's really heartfelt. It's got a lot of fun, sciencey information. It's halfway educational. And it's just super well made. It looks really good. It's so bright and colorful. And the best part is all the girls just keep shouting "Pengi" anytime they see a penguin, because that's Japanese for penguin.
Yes.
So you get a lot of girls going nuts for penguins. It's a fantastic anime. Like I said, I have 3 anime that I've rated as a 10. And those 3 are A Place Further in the Universe, Gunbuster, which actually is the anime that was made before Ava by that same team, and Ping Pong the animation. Those 3 I think are the best anime.
Damn.
They're really, really good.
Impressive.
And again, I love Ava. Ava, you don't see it, but there's an Asuka here, there's a Rei here. There's
the man loves Ava.
Ava's fantastic. The man does love Ava, but Ava also has some problems that keep it from being a 10. It's one of my favorite anime, but I don't think it's a 10, you know? I mean, you have video games like that, where you're like, I realize this thing has some problems. I would never say it's the greatest game of the year. I wouldn't say it's the greatest game of all time, but, like, it's a personal favorite of yours. Like, I imagine Satisfactory is kind of like that to you. You'd go, hey, I know this isn't the greatest game of all time. I know this isn't everybody's cup of tea, but this is my thing.
Yeah, like, for me, that's a very high thing.
Yeah.
Let's do one more run on this and see what we get. Work for you? Then we'll wrap it up.
Sure. So are you able, when you said do one more run, you're still doing the cargo thing, right?
Yeah, just like this slice of it. So like I'm going to, I'll pause after this if we don't get it.
Sure. So are you, when you're doing this, do you have to do it all in one shot?
No.
Is it kind of like
it stays. It's an active run.
Okay, I didn't know if it was more like Shatterline, where it was like, oh, I'm testing my luck to go further, or I can back out and take what I got, or if this was,
if we fall here, we lose it.
This.
It's like if my captain falls on this, we're done. But if I win, then we'll be okay to go there.
Okay.
And speaking
and you can pause and save it at any time, is what you're also saying.
Yeah, I can concede, which I think would end the. It would. I don't know if it will end the. I think it will end the cargo run completely. Okay. So I think that we have to be at a point where we won and we're back out in the open, and then we can go back into it. I think I might be wrong though.
Okay.
Speaking of Shatterline, today is the weekly reset, and I didn't realize this, but they do like 2 or 3 weekly events that are essentially just strikes from Destiny. It's like these are actual, like, you're gonna run through it. You already have all your gear, nothing procedurally generated. It's an actual story event. You go and you fight the big boss. And I got to the boss with my cousin today in Shatterline. It was really cool. We ended up dying, unfortunately, at the end, but it was really neat.
Very cool.
That game's very good. Enjoy your sleepy mind. What can this person do? They are ranged as well. All right, that's gonna be, so I only have 12 also, by the way. So like my health carried over from that last one. Jesus, how many shots did they get?
They'll know what hit them.
All right, that's active. We're going to
Look like you're thinking.
move over here. I Actually, I'll move there. Try and get a shot in here. God damn it. I'll hold off on that sleeper mine too, because I need to get another person out here with me. I don't think we're gonna make it out of this one. I have a bad feeling about this.
That's what they always say before everything goes really well, right?
Well, I'm trying to jinx myself. Jeez. That thing is just... Well, it's missing me, thank goodness. But... Good night. I need to get some help out here. Let's bring this thing out. And I'm going to put it here. Because it can't move. It's like a turret.
So having it centrally located is...
Will help out, yep.
Nice, yep.
One more attack there before we can do our thing. I don't want to get in front of this just yet. Let me move back here, though. Get some of that. And...
Stop getting injured.
Cool. That thing can heal me up.
So, Bobby, I came through with my with what I promised you yesterday, that I would get caught up on Andor, and I have gotten caught up in Andor.
And
all 6 episodes. I like it. I'm gonna say that to begin with. I do like it. It is pretty much the Star Wars I'm looking for. I like that it doesn't really deal with any of the Skywalker stuff or deal with a bunch of named characters who we've heard 1,000 times before. I've told you, but I'm going to tell you again. Star Wars is a vast galaxy, and I like when they take advantage of how vast of a galaxy it is, instead of having everything come back to the same 3 people.
yeah.
So that stuff's good to me. I liked the heist in episode 6, as everyone said. It's great. I agree. I think my only issue with the show right now is that it's so human centric. Outside of one droid, I don't think a single non-human character has gotten a line in the whole show.
Well, I think that's intentional, personally speaking.
What's the intent?
I think it's they want this to feel as grounded in humanity as possible, because hearing a few little quips and quirks from like people making it, what I can tell you is, my opinion, they've gone so far away from the human conflict of what is really at stake here with these things, because you're dealing with antiquated dogmatic practices from both Sith and Jedi. You're dealing with star destroyers and literal Death Stars. Like, everything that happens on these collateral planets that get just demolished seems so insignificant. And as a huge Star Wars fan, and as somebody who really appreciates what's happening in Andor, I feel they are humanizing people and making you focus on the human struggle of just blending in or being a part of something. And like, we all know, because we are, as the viewers have this, you know what's happening around them. Like, you know what's on what they will be leading up to. Like, you will see him have his Death Star moment, like all that fun stuff. But I think for the time being, they're trying to establish this really quiet but very important and oftentimes overlooked element of Star Wars, which is, what the fuck is happening to all these people that are really like incapable in a lot of ways to deal with it. Like, everybody that was on that heist had nothing besides just gumption and training. Like, that's all they had, and intellect.
I guess I just don't understand what that has to do with humans versus, any of the other Star Wars races. Like, I know humanity. Yeah, so Jiggy's pointed it out. I think it was for budget reasons. One, it's fucking Disney. and it's fucking Star Wars.
Are you saying
Budget
that you want to see like what? I don't understand what you're asking for here. What are you asking for?
Talking to me.
I'm asking for a Twi'lek to be in it. I'm asking for a Rodian to show up somewhere. I'm asking for a Wookiee, a droid, anything like.
Well, you know that like that's obviously coming.
No, I'm not. It's not. I don't think that's obvious.
You've seen Rogue One, hello, right? Yes.
Yeah, but this isn't Rogue One. This is Andor.
Correct. This is a prequel to that. Who does Andor show up with in that movie?
I don't think you get to say yes. There's one coming, so that it cleans your hands. We've had 6 episodes of this. So here, Star Wars has always had the Empire is.
Hang on, I'm going to slow you down. Let me just ask you a more important question. Would it ever hurt you, like literally in your life, to just enjoy something?
I said I like the show. I said I like the show.
No. I'm saying like, can you just like something without like a condition?
I think it's okay to be critical of things.
Dude, that's all
And
you
still
are.
like
Like, I would just love to like gift you, like if I could just take that away from you for a day and let you just enjoy things without having to like.
I am enjoying it, but I think you can be critical of things and also enjoy them.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There were aliens in Rogue One.
Andor is a show about how the rebellion starts and how
Correct.
like you're building a rebellion, and that's fine. The rebellion, as is instituted in Star Wars from day one, is the rebellion is this ragtag group of diverse people and races coming together to take on the Empire, which is almost exclusively white people.
Correct.
And there are political ramifications. There's absolutely some framing devices that are going on here to get the themes of, hey, maybe the fascist stormtroopers here that all look the same, can be overcome by this diverse group of people and races coming together and doing something for the greater good.
But they
and
haven't even
this show
established that
is. What are you talking about?
yet.
He's recruiting him for a rebellion.
But you don't know what that is at this point. If you're brand new to it, you know that he's building something, and then eventually you will see all of those different species and races and things that go into it. You have to understand also at this point in time, like what has just happened. No.
You can't just say that the rebellion can only be made by humans.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they're going to be coming together as the rebellion. They have not called anything the rebellion at this point in the show, correct? Where he's at. That's obviously happening. Mon Mothma's there doing her thing.
They've talked about being rebels.
My point here, Chase, is that you've got Andor, this is his show. He's come from that. They're bringing him into it. He just did this whole heist thing without knowing anything. He was just basically hired to do this. And I'm
not asking them to be super main characters. I'm asking for one non-human to have a line. And right now it's one little red droid, and that's it. There's been 0 other droids who have talked. There was, in this last episode, there was some 4-armed doctor who never said a word.
He did say a word.
He did not.
He did too.
He might have said, like, I don't want any trouble or anything. It's not like he said anything of importance.
But he said he didn't say a word. I mean, he absolutely talked.
My God, you are such a Star Wars apologist.
No, I'm not. I'm just correcting you.
You are.
You're wrong here. You said something that was not correct, so I'm correcting you.
Oh my God. Okay.
You're familiar with that. That's what you love to do.
I am, sure. Yes. Technically, I was wrong. He had one line.
Thank you. All that stuff's coming. Like, and I think this is what's interesting is that, like,
is it? How can you say that with such certainty?
Because I've seen everything that happens after it. This is a prequel, Chase. You know it's coming.
Sure, I've also seen Star Wars. I know that a Wookiee shows up once in a while, but this is Andor. You cannot say that. Oh yeah, we absolutely know that. What the hell is Shakti? Like a Tortuga or whatever she's called. Like, give me something. Give me, like, Star Wars is so cool because it has this rich world of characters and races and planets and things to take from, and they've jumped around on planets. They've gone to Coruscant. Coruscant's a big planet, a big important planet that should have everyone and everything mixing in it, and it's all just fucking people. It's weird.
So there was obviously some aliens in the background there, right? You saw those when they were
They
walking
aren't
around.
of importance. They don't like. Somebody
it's
talk
not-
to a
it's not
goddamn
about-
droid.
Right. Like, so they just, it's not that they're there. It's like you want them to be sane and doing things. Is what you're.
I want them to be part of the story. Yeah.
Okay.
The rebellion should be more than just people.
Oh my goodness. You are too much, man.
I don't think it's too much to ask. Jakey's over here agreeing with me.
I think that it's just one of those situations where like you obviously know that he's going to end up having a best friend droid. Like that's a major part of Rogue One. I would imagine that at
He
some
already
point,
has a best friend droid, but like there's you
all
have
right, man.
you're in the world of Star Wars. You can have things that are more than just people.
Right. I get that. They're telling a very specific slice of this right now. I get what you're saying. Like, I'm not here to say that, like, oh, they can't have other things that aren't human in this, but where they're at right now, not a lot of alien life on that planet.
Why not? You're
I don't
fucking
know.
Star Wars. You can put whatever you want on that planet.
Sure. But what I'm saying is that where they're at with this, for whatever reason, budgets or not, at this planet, they're not doing it. Now, they're going to obviously be going back to some cities because the heist is there and they're now off planet.
They're
But
choosing not to do it, though. It's not that they can't do
you
it. It's that they
choose the
chose
weirdest
to make a planet.
hills to die on, man.
I don't think it's a weird hill.
It's absolutely a weird hill. You spent this entire thing, this 15 minutes of us hanging out, talking about I like Andor, but by the way, here's like all the bullshit. And like you do that with everything. Like if it's a game that somebody else likes, you even said it. Like I always question why a group of people would like something with like, is it really as good as they say it is? Like you just can't let people enjoy things, or you can't find ways to just enjoy it yourself without being critical. And that's exhausting.
You're allowed to enjoy it. I'm telling you, I also enjoy it. I just think it's weird 6 episodes in that we've heard.
But you've spent here like what? Like you've not talked about what you've enjoyed about it at all.
I have. I did. I started with that. I really like the heist. I like that it is that kind of Star Wars, that it didn't take the 3 main characters of Star Wars and say, let's talk about the Skywalkers again. This was totally starting by saying that I think Andor is a solid show. I just had this weird thing, and it's the one thing I wanted to talk about because I think it's weird. Because I think everything else is fine.
It's because it's the thing that you enjoy, which is poking holes and stuff, which is fine. I mean,
I mentioned this to you yesterday when I'd only seen 1.5 episodes of Andor. It's like, oh, kind of weird that there are no. There's just people in it.
You've never mentioned that to me.
I thought I mentioned it yesterday.
No.
If not, I'm sorry.
No.
But it's like, I think it's weird that there's just people. And then now 6 episodes in, they're still just fucking people. And it's even weirder.
Well, hey, they can bring Luke Skywalker into it for you if you want more people.
He's also a person. That would not fix anything. That would
How
make
about
things
Chewie?
worse.
You want Chewie here? We'll get Chewie.
I'd like a Wookiee. I don't need them to be a comedic thing, but I think having a Wookiee there would make it feel better. Yeah. I think it would feel more authentically Star Wars.
That's too funny.
Because right now, this feels like a story that could be told by anything.
Yeah, it's not about saying Andor is okay, Jiggy. It's not that. Like, it's the whole like you have to experience this aspect of it. Like, it's exhausting to like things around Chase because you have to always be like at any point in time you have to be ready to like defend what you like when you don't really need to do that. Like
We're content people. This is content. We're talking about it.
No, this is your shtick. This is what you like to do. It's not what everybody around you likes to do.
I like to analyze things. Yeah, I do.
Antagonize things.
It's not true.
It's absolutely true.
I mean, whoa.
I am a harsh critic even on the things that I like. You know this about me. There's plenty of stuff that I love that I think is bad. I just told you Ava was a 9. Like Ava's, I don't think
Bless you.
Ava, one of my favorite shows of all time, I don't think is perfect. I'm not an easy critic.
Clearly.
I think that's healthy.
I don't. We are getting our asses kicked, both in game and outside of game here tonight, folks. It's about over here for this. I have nobody else I can bring in, and
I know Star Wars is a sensitive subject here, so I'm sorry for antagonizing you. I did want to say though, I watched the show that you wanted me to watch.
I kind of wish you
also
wouldn't
wanted
at this
to
point
watch.
in time.
I like it. I think it's a good show.
If this is liking something, Lord help us all.
I had notes, but I like the show. I want to see it be as good as it can be.
But yeah, fair. Fair.
Wouldn't you like it if Star Wars was better?
I would like to not talk about Star Wars tonight.
All right.
That would be better for me.
Okay. I've also been watching the new Gundam.
And how is that?
It's fine.
Nice.
I don't think it's great, but it's fine. The mech designs are really cool.
All right, Cargo Run did not play out the way we wanted it to. Did we upgrade and get anything? We got some new stuff on the season track. Well, we're close to this one here for a new image. And I think we were able to boost some folks here. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. So as we mentioned earlier, we were going to have a shorter show. We ended up going at the hour mark here. Let's get you all brought up to speed on what we've got going on this week. So if you're just tuning in, outside of disagreeing with each other all the time, and if you really want more of that, you should come back on Wednesday. But we are the Casual Hour, and Chase, myself, and Johnny make that team up. We have been a podcast for about 6 years now, and we have been streaming really since the pandemic. And so we do 3 streams a week where you can hang out with us and play some video games or listen to our podcast be recorded live. We've got quick looks that we do that happen 2 times a week over on our YouTube channel. If you want to follow along with all that, you can do so by following those links there in chat. Our quick looks are really just that. It's Chase and I, or Johnny and I, talking over some gameplay, giving our hot takes. They're usually anywhere from like 15 to 30 minutes long. We've got a new one going up tomorrow for Shovel Knight Dig. That is the run-based Shovel Knight game that just came out. It's on PC, Switch, and Apple Arcade. Wednesday night, we are going to be telling you all about the games that we've been playing and then the news around them. And on Thursday, another quick look, PGA Tour 2K23, where you get to see me play through a couple holes of golf. And then Friday night, Johnny will be joining me, and Chase will be joining me this Friday as well. We're going to be checking out Overwatch 2. Johnny is like the big Overwatch fan of this crew, but we are going to entertain it with him and see how that's going. So we will be hanging out, doing all those things. You can go and check out any of our VODs on our YouTube channel. We do post some stuff here on Twitch as well and keep those going, but we move everything over to YouTube just for preservation sakes. And if you just really want to listen to our show and not watch it live, anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find our show. We post our episodes every Friday morning. You can usually find those right around 10 a.m. Central. And as far as the quick look, same time, 10 a.m. Central on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then we stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10:30 p.m. Central. If you want to follow along with our scheduling or anything else that we're up to at the Casual Hour on any of those social platforms, you will find us there. Chase is also doing quite a bit outside of the show. You can find his stuff right there on the chat. But Chase, why don't you tell the fine folks what you've been up to?
Yeah, in fact, it's a little bit more than that than what you have on the chat there. I'm gonna give, I guess it's a sneak preview. I mean, it's out, so it's not really a preview, but I just haven't been vocal about it yet. I started a new podcast. It's out. You can go on iTunes and find it. It's real. Bobby helped with it. He made the logo. He helped me get it all set up. I think it's a great logo. Zero notes on the logo. No criticism.
Yeah, I only had to redo that one. What, 5 times, 6 times, maybe?
But you know what? It turned out better.
Yeah.
So I think it turned out great.
You must be a blast to work with, IRL.
Probably. The show is called Pilot Program, and it is me and one of my very good friends and friend of our show, Pierce Corshane, and we're going to talk about television pilots. We're going to watch the first episode of every TV show ever made. Probably going to take us a while. We started with one of our favorite shows, Seinfeld. So you can go search that out on iTunes, Pilot Program. The Twitter is Pilot Program Pod, and I'm going to start tweeting out some stuff from that as well. So we did our first episode. It's up. You can listen to us talk critically about shows that we like, and do it in a healthy manner. It was fun. Our next episode that we announced, I know.
See what that sounds like. I might have to tune in just to see if it's actually fucking possible, because I don't think it will be.
Everyone should tune in.
I mean,
everyone
Pierce,
should tune in.
Pierce, yes. You, no.
Now, I don't know when our Andor episode's going to be, but I can tell you that the episode, the show that we're going to do after this is The Boys, a show that I've never seen, and Pierce has never seen. So I'm looking forward to seeing how we feel about that in the year of our Lord 2022, when I think Pierce and I are both pretty burned out on superhero stuff. So will this be another superhero thing we throw on the pile, or as many people, including people on this very Discord call with me, have said, it's a subversion of all the MCU.
What do I know, though? I mean, I just like.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Anyway, so that's out. Pilot Program. The other things on there, Gamers on the Go. That's a handheld video game podcast I do. Bobby's been on episodes. Jiggy and the chat's been on episodes. It's a good fun time. I haven't put out an episode for a bit, but there is one scheduled for next month, so hopefully there will be a new episode of Gamers on the Go at that time. And then I have a YouTube channel where I currently am playing through SteamWorld Heist. That is youtube.com/user/Kenicky Chase. Jesus, that's hard to find. Just search for Chase K Plays. That you'll find that also. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I'm really busy these days, and that's cool. It's nice to have irons in the fire.
It's awesome, man. Welcome to the content, as they say. So we got a lot going on. We'll be live again on Wednesday night where we talk about our show. But we will have that quick look up for Shovel Knight Dig tomorrow morning. We got a bunch of those. I think we've got almost 400 videos that we've put up in the last year and a half onto our channel. So a lot of stuff there that you can go back and check out.
Honestly, very impressive.
Yeah, we've been moving at a clip here. So a lot of fun stuff, and we've got. I just got done mapping out the rest of the year leading up to our Game of the Year stuff. So we've got quick looks for the most part mapped out with some of these late year arrivals, and then we've also got. We've got a few of our shows mapped out. Actually, we got all of our shows mapped out. So a lot of fun stuff there. Again, social networking, Twitter, probably the best that you can follow with what's going on with our schedule. We will chat with you all very soon. Thanks for hanging out. And if you are new, come back. I promise you we get along better. Take care.